So this is a waterhemp population, and just again looking at some of the characteristics, waterhemp tends to have a more elongated leaf that's really glossy, and I think it tends to be darker green, although that's not necessarily a great identification characteristic. But what you really don't see are the long petioles like we saw in the Palmer amaranth. Again, no hair, and it can have leaves that are even more elongated than that, almost like a smartweed leaf in some cases. Waterhemp, coming out of 2013, we had populations some that with resistance to glyphosate, most with resistance to ALS inhibitors, and really none with resistance to Flexstar. And the population that I have here has, I would call it maybe partial or low-level resistance to glyphosate. So there's glyphosate at a 1x rate, right? And we've got some other plants that show those same type of symptoms. And then if you look at the couple pots from the 4x rate, you can see we're basically doing a better job on it. So it tends to have a sort of a low, possibly a low level resistance, especially compared to that Palmer amaranth population that we looked at. We pretty much assume across the whole Midwest and in Ohio that all the water hemp is going to be ALS resistant. That's pretty much what we found with our water hemp populations as well, so you can't depend on any ALS inhibitors. And this particular population is really pretty much being annihilated by 1x and 4x rates of Flexstar, so it's not showing resistance to Flexstar. Again, water hemp across the Midwest, it's been more of an issue in Illinois, Missouri, Iowa than it has been in Ohio. Our populations, a number of them are starting to increase. And the danger with water hemp always is as soon as you switch to another chemistry to try to control it post-emergence, it adapts fairly rapidly to become resistant to that. So it takes an integrated approach, certainly with residual and post-emergence herbicides and rotation of sites of action. So we'll be redoing this screen, especially with the populations that are showing us something new. Probably the redroot populations, where we're trying to get a handle on redroot pigweed population changes as fast as we can because that's something new, and we want to make sure we stay on top of that.